Standard 311 asks you to analyze the effects of landmark Supreme Court decisions on law, liberty, and the interpretation of the U.S. Constitution. So let's get started. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Virtual History 360. I'm Mr. Wade, and today we are reviewing Florida's updated civic standards. This might be your introduction to the standard or a review before the EOC. Either way, we're going to work through this content together. Now, it might sound complicated, but don't worry, we're going to break it down together and you're going to be just fine. But if you aren't already subscribed to Virtual History, do yourself a favor now and click the button so that you can keep up with all of the standard review videos that are going to be coming out this year. So, what do you say? Are you ready to jump right in with Standard CG.3.11? Here we go. First, let's discuss Marberry v. Madison. This case, decided in 1803, established the principle of judicial review, which allows the Supreme Court to determine the constitutionality of laws. It gave the court the power to interpret the Constitution and declare laws unconstitutional if they violate its provisions. This landmark decision solidified the court's role as the final arbiter of constitutional questions. Next, let's examine Dred Scott v. Sanford, a case decided in 1857. This decision held that enslaved African Americans were not U.S. citizens and therefore could not bring lawsuits in federal courts. It also declared that Congress did not have the power to regulate slavery in the territories. This ruling had a profound impact on the nation, further deepening the divide between the North and the South on the issue of slavery. Moving on, we come to Plessy v. Ferguson, a case decided in 1896. This decision upheld racial segregation under the separate but equal doctrine. It allowed for the establishment of racially segregated facilities as long as they were deemed equal in quality. This decision entrenched racial segregation and provided legal justification for discriminatory practices for several decades. Two cases that the court got wrong, I think we can agree. So let's move on. One of the most important cases in our history is Brown v. Board of Education, which was decided in 1954. In this case, the court upheld that racial segregation in public schools was unconstitutional. It held that separate educational facilities were inherently unequal and violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. This decision marked a significant milestone in the civil rights movement and led to the desegregation of schools across the country. Let's now turn our attention to Gideon v. Wainwright, a case decided in 1963. In this case, the court held that individuals accused of a crime have the right to an attorney, even if they cannot afford one. This decision ensured that all defendants, regardless of their financial means, would have legal representation during criminal proceedings. It emphasized the importance of fairness and due process in our legal system. Another significant case is Miranda v. Arizona, decided in 1966. The court ruled that individuals must be informed of their constitutional rights, including the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney, before being interrogated by the police. The Miranda warning, which you might have heard on TV shows, protects individual rights against self-incrimination and ensures fair treatment during police interrogations. Let's also consider Enr GT, a case decided in 1967. This decision established that juveniles accused of crimes have the right to due process, including notice of charges, the right to counsel, the right to confront witnesses, and the privilege against self-incrimination. It recognized that young people should be afforded fundamental constitutional protections in the juvenile justice system. Next, we have United States versus Nixon, a case decided in 1974. This case involved President Richard Nixon and the Watergate scandal. The court held that the president does not have absolute immunity from judicial review and must comply with a subpoena for evidence. This decision reinforced the principle that no one, not even the president, is above the law. Lastly, let's discuss Hazelwood v. Colm, a case decided in 1988. This case addressed the authority of public school officials to regulate student speech in school-sponsored activities, such as school newspapers. The court ruled that school administrators have broad discretion in limiting student speech as long as their actions are reasonably related to legitimate educational concerns. This decision had implications for student free speech rights within the school environment. So, in conclusion, landmark Supreme Court decisions have shaped our laws, expanded individual rights, and influenced the interpretation of the U.S. Constitution. By recognizing and understanding these cases, we gain insight into the evolving nature of our legal system and its impact on society. Through the use of primary sources, we can assess the significance of each case and evaluate their effects on our lives. These cases reflect the ongoing struggle to uphold constitutional principles and safeguard individual rights in our ever-changing world. And that's exactly what you're going to do in class. Because I know you're going to go deeper than just this introductory video. But hopefully now you feel a little more confident about the content, right? But I do want to hear from you. Do you have any questions about what we talked about today? If so, leave them in the comments below. Of course, while you're there, be sure to check out the link to my spring store so you can get your own awesome virtual history t-shirts like the one you see me wearing today. Look, it's the Supreme Court. How fitting. Be sure to use code STUDENT so you can get 10% off your entire order. And of course, while you're there, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And be sure to check out my other videos. The rest of this Civics playlist, my other Civics videos, US, world history, even 360 videos you can look all the way around. Do yourselves a favor, check them out because I know you're going to like them. So, for Virtual History 360, I'm Mr. Wade. I'll see you next time.